and pull up my presentation. Let's see. Can everyone see the presentation? All right, perfect. Well, as Dana indicated, I serve as the Director of Corporate Outreach for Messiah University. So with that, working to build relationships and partnerships with health systems, certainly businesses as well, to provide professional development support as well as workforce development support. And certainly, I think we've all kind of experienced a very challenging year, to say the least, year and a half now with the pandemic. But it's still important to kind of look at continuing education as a whole, some of the trends, some of the history, and what we might be able to expect kind of going forward. So again, I'll certainly initially focus on continuing education, and I'll certainly allow for time at discussion and to have a little bit of time to talk about some trends and thoughts there. And also wanted just to briefly highlight some Messiah University's adult degree, graduate degree, and certificate programs that we would offer to PSNA members, as well as some of the tuition discounts that we extend to PSNA members as well. So I'll just very briefly start with just a couple little kind of studies done that talk about the importance and the impact that continuing education has, not only for nurses, but also for the healthcare sector entirely. So the American Association of Colleges of Nursing did a study, and it showed that from continued education, individuals are able to experience higher and enhanced job satisfaction and improved patient outcomes, fewer medication errors. Another study showed that with the increased proportion of nurses that have that BSN level degree, there was proportional increase, certainly with the education, but a decrease proportionally in the risk of death for patients. So again, great, certainly an impact in terms of the benefits of continuing education, certainly on the healthcare sector, certainly reducing death and errors in medication and improving patient outcomes is critical, but having that job satisfaction as well is just really valuable and a great benefit for continuing education. When you earn a degree or an advanced degree, you also open up doors for new opportunities, new positions for advancement. Certainly higher pay is a nice benefit as well. Also having long-term job security when you earn some type of advanced degree, again, really opens up opportunities for longevity and multiple positions in terms of leadership. Again, you can develop yourself as a leader and certainly move into various levels of management, whether in the nursing field, it's a director of nursing, or all the way up to that CNO or CEO level as well. So great opportunities and benefits, again, when you continue your education. So this is a very condensed timeline of nursing education, but just wanted to kind of highlight some of the kind of key impacts and things that have happened over the years. Starting with Florence Nightingale, obviously many of you are aware of her impact on kind of professionalizing nursing and that impact kind of in the mid-1800s. And we start to see some of the increased nursing schools being founded in the US in the mid-1800s. And again, that certainly has a tremendous impact on providing some formal education for nursing beyond just kind of learning on the spot and certainly learning due to the impact of conflict and war. By 1915, the National League of Nursing comes out with kind of the standardized curriculum for the schools of nursing that are out, and again, trying to help to kind of create this environment of really kind of impactful education that again provides for standardized opportunities for learning to again improve patient outcomes, reduce errors, and again just provide that kind of standardized baseline moving forward. So again, a really important impact there in terms of the timeline of nursing. Post World War II, nursing kind of moves into the realm of higher education. So moving beyond just that RN diploma, we're now seeing that the 4-year BSN degree and some graduate degree programs as well kind of being offered. And really the focus going forward will be on certainly, again, higher education and moving nursing from just those hospitals and schools of nursing to now, again, the realm of higher education. There was a Federal Nurse Training Act passed in 1964, again, really focusing on research and the benefits of higher education, really, again, focusing on master's degree prepared nurses doctoral degree nurses, again, that have DNPs, PhDs, and again, really showcasing that impact on, again, the benefits for patients and certainly for enhanced job satisfaction as well for nurses. And again, jumping very quickly up to 2020, again, the pandemic wrought all kinds of challenges for everyone, but one of the things that came about was, again, that refocus on nursing, titling it the Year of the Nurse for 2020. And a study that was done and conducted over 20 years, looking at the most trusted occupation across the globe, with the exception of 2001, with firefighters being chosen as the most trusted occupation, most likely due to 9/11. Nurses have been selected as the #1 trusted occupation for basically 20 years and going forward. And I think that's really, again, a result of the education and the impact that nurses have on individual lives, certainly within the healthcare sector, but again, moving beyond. It's a great profession, and again, really showcases the importance of education as well, to create that level of trust. So looking at some of the shifts in higher education for nursing, obviously we're seeing a push for BSN level nursing across health systems, and that increased focus to have certain percentages to meet certain goals and recognition. So certainly magnet designation is something that many health systems are quite aware of and pushing to achieve, where they see that 80-20 role of an 80% goal in terms of how many nurses in management positions have that BSN degree or higher. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. Again, I really see that that's going to continue to be a key focus moving forward, having that focus on, again, on higher education. The other thing that we're seeing as well, and this is just kind of a brief insight, is that there are going to be additional requirements for those moving into management level positions. So in particular, some of the insight that we've received from some of our key partners is that in particular, UPMC will be requiring master's degrees for all leadership roles going forward. And that is certainly a big step forward in terms of, again, really pushing for that educational requirement, and certainly pushing, again, for those opportunities for learning and for professional development to then position individuals for those roles. So it'll be interesting to see if other health systems follow suit with that requirement and what the time frame will look like that. But again, very interesting in terms of those requirements, and we'll certainly see what the future holds as well. So looking kind of the post-COVID world of nursing, what is it going to look like? Obviously, it's really exacerbated the need for nurses at all levels. We saw not only the regional but national level stresses and demands to fulfill nursing positions. And that was a great and urgent need before the pandemic. And now it's just been exacerbated due to the stresses and impact of this virus, unfortunately, on everyone. And we're certainly going to see a lot of nurses retiring and aging out of the systems, certainly, again, at a regional but also national level, really impacting this demand for nurses, again, at all levels. In particular, Shift Med had a state of their annual state of nursing report come out, and kind of a startling and scary statistic came out. Of those surveyed, 49% of nurses were likely to exit the profession in the next 2 years. And certainly basing that upon the current trends that we're seeing and past trends, again, this is just going to create a tremendous hole within health systems, not only at the acute but also post-acute level as well, really impacting the need for nursing and nursing education to again step up and fill those roles. So leading into that, I think we're going to continue to see a lot more collaboration between health systems and higher ed, and also community colleges as well, to meet those demands, working more closely with one another to really meet those particular needs. We're going to see unique ways of funding, unique pathways for learning, and I think it's going to be kind of a nice decade or so that we're going to see in terms of a shift, but it's needed, and we're already behind the 8 ball in many instances in terms of, again, creating those pipelines to fulfill those healthcare needs. So it's going to be challenging, but our insight and what we're looking at, it looks like there's still going to be certainly a focus on continuing education and certainly professional development as well. So that's not going to change. There's certainly going to be that need and that growing need for RN nurses at all levels. But again, I think a great focus on professional development as well. So that is what I think we're going to see in some of the trends and some of the research that we're seeing from workforce development organizations, certainly from the health systems as well, with conversations that we're having and certainly some of the data. We'll just have to see what this looks like going forward. So again, I'll have some time for discussion and then talking about maybe some of the trends or thoughts around this at the end. But just wanted to very briefly highlight Messiah University, who we are, if you're not aware of our institution, and some of the program offerings that we have, and again, some of the special benefits for PSNA members. So we were Messiah College, we're now Messiah University. That change happened back in the beginning of the pandemic, so that change might have gotten lost amongst all the other things happening in the world. But Messiah is a nationally ranked and accredited private Christian university. We deem ourselves a place of educational excellence, and what we mean by that is that our faculty not only just teach in the classroom, but they are active out in the industries in which they teach. So we have nurses that are working as nurse practitioners. We have nurses who have served in key leadership roles, working to push for some of the pioneering roles within magnet designation, CNOs and others, again, bringing that experience back into the classroom. And again, others who have conducted and continue to conduct research and really kind of bring that cutting edge information and data back into the classroom to really impact nurses as they continue on and roll into the world. So in particular, the programs that we'll be focusing on, all of the coursework is really designed for the adult learner. So those who are trying to kind of strike that work-life balance that everyone tries to find so delicately. So with that, all of the coursework is again developed for them specifically. So we try to be as flexible and accessible as possible. Our class sizes are very small to really provide that great ratio between student and faculty. And as I kind of alluded to before, our faculty are very experienced. Again, a lot of them bringing in decades of experience from industry into the classroom. The programs are 100% online. Many of them will be asynchronous. There will be some requirements in terms of a synchronous format where students would have to sit down for a particular class or session. But for the most part, again, it's very accessible, very flexible in terms of learning. 6 different entry points throughout the year, both an early and late spring, summer, and fall start, and both full and part-time options as well for learning. So we'll just jump right into some of the program basics. We do offer an online RN BSN program. The clinical requirements can be completed at your place of employment. We allow students to simply kind of figure that out on their own, and we will allow them to certainly complete and earn those clinical hour requirements again at that place of employment. They can transfer up to 90 credits into the program, so that can allow them just simply to have 30 core credits or 10 core classes to complete the program potentially, which I think really helps to really expedite the process. And they can enter with either an ADN or RN diploma as well. We do also offer an RN to MSN in 2 different tracks, nursing administration and a nurse educator track. Again, both programs 100% online. You can transfer up to 90 credits into either track. And again, clinical hour requirements you can be, you can complete at your place of employment as well. So no need to come to campus for any particular clinical learning. If you have your BSN, we have a nurse educator option. It's a 39 credit program, again, potentially 30 based on transfer options with credits. And again, really geared for those who are looking to maybe teach in a variety of different settings and specialties. Great program and a great offering and pathway for someone who might want to give back in that teaching role. For those who have, again, a BSN and maybe looking to move into more of a leadership role, we offer, again, just a standard MSN in nursing administration. This is a 38 credit program. Again, you can transfer up to 9 credits. And with this, again, for someone who's maybe looking to move into that leadership role, again, as we talked about before with some of the professional development pathways, this is a great program and a great offering for those looking to advance their career into that kind of leadership role. One of the other programs that we think is kind of a nice and unique offering is the dual MSN and MBA program. So the MSN, again, is concentrated in the nursing administration kind of track. And with that, you're able to earn both degrees in a much quicker time frame than if you were to take them separately. So it's a 56 credit program. You can transfer 9 credits for both the MSN and MBA. So depending on what type of bachelor's degree or maybe a master's you're bringing in, et cetera, you're able to transfer N credits for that. And again, similar to the MSN in nursing administration, this program is really geared for those who certainly want to have those nursing competencies and skills brought into the classroom, but also that business acumen as well, really focusing on the business side for key leadership roles that you might want to pursue as a nurse and again, as a leader within a health system. We do also offer 2 doctoral programs, so a DNP in nursing leadership. This is geared for those who have a master's degree. It's a 34 credit minimum program, typically 34 to 39 credits. And like all the other ones, 100% online, geared towards those who might want to move into a leadership position. And we also offer kind of our terminal degree. This is our DNP Family Nurse Practitioner program. It's 86 credits. You can transfer up to 18. And this is the only caveat program where we do have 2 on-campus intensives that students have to come up to Messiah for. But again, we're certainly very flexible with students to work out either weekends or evenings to complete those particular on-campus intensives. And one of the things we really want to focus on, obviously, again, Messiah University being a Christian university, but everything we bring into our curriculum is really based on service and that service perspective and how that really coincides with the profession of nursing. And just to kind of strengthen those bonds and that impact on the nursing profession. So again, something that we really want to hit home with on our programs is kind of a key tenet and distinction of our certainly our offerings, but again, certainly for the DNP as well. For those of you maybe looking to just kind of complete a very little taste of the nursing options here, we do offer some certificates at the post MSN or DNP level. We have our Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies, Nursing Administration or Nursing Education. And for those that might just have a BSN, you can complete a Nursing Education or Nursing Management and Leadership Certificate. All of these can be completed in roughly a year, so a nice quick program. And for the post BSN certificates, you can roll those credits into an MSN. So again, if you just want to have a little bit of a taste of continuing ed, you can then maybe go back and earn an MSN or a DNP using some of those credits as well. As I also talked about the dual MSN MBA, we do offer a standard MBA program as well, 36 credits, 100% online. A couple different concentrations that could be of interest to someone maybe again looking to maybe shift into a leadership role. So digital marketing, healthcare management, strategic leadership, and some of the other nice options as well. There's graduate certificates also offered again as a 12 credit grad option, again just to get a little bit of a taste, a short program just to give you a little bit of a taste of those particular tracks. 2 Masters of Arts degrees also offered, 30 credits each, and the Masters of Arts in Healthcare Leadership or Strategic Leadership, again, might be really valuable to individuals looking to, again, as we talked about before with continuing ed, move into a leadership role. So nice, kind of hopefully accessible programs, not as long as the MBA programs, but again, still really helpful in providing that unique perspective for leadership and certainly for, again, strategic thinking and developing as a key leader within a health system. So the last thing I will end with are some of the tuition and fees that we offer. So for students as a PSNA member, you will receive a 10% tuition discount. So for the RN to BSN programs, the BSN would be at that undergrad level, $369 per credit. The MSN MA or MBA programs would be offered at $653 per credit. The doctoral programs, $801, and any of those grad certificates I talked about will also be offered at $653 per credit. And the other key thing I really want to focus on here is that this is a no-fee tuition. So what you see is what you pay. There are not going to be any hidden tech fees, administration fees. So you can literally calculate how much the program is going to cost based on the number of credits you would transfer in, and then just multiply that by that per credit cost. So looking at the cost and the per credit and excuse me, the 10% discount, we're one of the most competitive programs, certainly as a private institution within the region and the state. So we really pride ourselves on this offering, and certainly again the benefit for PSNA members. So if you're interested in learning more about the particular programs, if you just have a quick question, or if you actually want to start the application process, the easiest thing to do is to visit partner.messiah.edu. You'll see everything there, all the discounted rates, all of the information on the programs for both nursing and business, and certainly be able to reach out to our admissions and success coaches to answer or have any questions answered about our programs. Feel free to reach out to me, or again, reach out to partner.messiah.edu if you have any questions or comments. But again, thank you for the opportunity. And obviously, as I kind of alluded to before, looking at some of the current trends within professional development and certainly higher ed and that impact on nursing, I'm happy to have a brief discussion about that and what we think might happen going forward with nursing. It's certainly a challenging and tumultuous time. But I think certainly still an exciting time as well for nursing, and we're happy to see what the future holds, certainly for our region, but at a national perspective as well. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
So Andrew, I do. Just for thinking about my students and just looking at the hospitals that I send students to, and also talking to administration there seems to be a lot of flux of graduates. You had said 2 years, 49% exiting the profession. But I see my nursing students getting back in touch with me, and they're saying after a year, they no longer want to do this. I actually have a student who's in a senior, and she is like on the verge of just like throwing it all in and switching professions at this point, because of the challenges. I don't know if we're preparing our students with this new environment in mind. I really do think that we need to start to grab them in the beginning and at least have some pre-health with some professionalism and what they're getting into. I think that the vision of nursing needs to, certainly in the year of the nurse, it was out there, but I don't think anybody truly gets it. With that being said, your rates are quite competitive, and I do like that all-in tuition. Like, that was awesome prices. I'm not familiar with your university. Can you tell me where they're at in Pennsylvania? Not that it makes a difference, but because you're all online, but just in case.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, Renee. I should have outlined that in the beginning.
No,
we're based in Mechanicsburg, so right down the road from Harrisburg. Basically, we're just kind of a hop and skip from the capital. So it's, I think, a good location for our students. We have a beautiful campus, especially right now in the fall. Lots of fall foliage and nice colors. And but it's a small campus, but an active student body. And certainly we have our traditional programs, but again, all the online options. You wouldn't have to come to campus. But yeah, so we're located in Mechanicsburg, to answer your question.
Okay. Has your certificate programs been in implementation, or is this something new that Messiah is taking on?
Some of these programs are basically brand new, so I don't have a whole lot of data in terms of kind of the retention rates and success with some of our particular programs and certificates as well. These are also basically, they were created around the onset of the pandemic, so we were excited to roll these out, and obviously 2020 happened and kind of impacted what we were hoping to kind of really provide as kind of a key distinction of Messiah. Everything kind of went online anyway for a lot of other institutions. So I don't unfortunately have a whole lot of data to provide on that, but kind of post 2021, we should have some data on those particular programs and certificates as well.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Yes. And thank you as well, Renee, on the comment in regards to the trends that you're seeing within the class. I really think we need to prepare students, even from the K-12 perspective, give those opportunities to them. And that's something we're seeing as well. I know some of the key regional leaders within SCPA Works, the South Central PA Works board that works with Messiah University. We're exploring some K-12 opportunities to introduce them to allied health and to nursing, maybe with some summer activities and camps. Again, I think it's critical. I fully agree with you, Renee. I think we need to provide those opportunities to really showcase what nursing and what the healthcare environment is, and certainly prepare them so they're aware of what to expect when they get in that field.
Andrew, I had one question for their certificates, and I would assume the answer is yes, but does the 10% discount for PSNA members apply to the certificates also?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Yep.
I figured, but just wanted to confirm.
No, perfect. Yep. So yeah, those the graduate certificates, I'll go back here. So the MBA certificates, the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies for nursing, they would all be at that $653 per credit rate.
Okay.
So the other, yep. So and with that, financial aid and other kind of student aid financial kind of perspectives would also be available for the certificates, not just the degrees. So you can have access to scholarships, financial aid, and the 10% discount for the certificates as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
great question.
Paula, do you have any questions?
No, I'm really good. It was a very good presentation, Andrew.
It was great information.
It is very good information. I think that we need to get it out. I'm glad that she's recording this for you, because I think more watching it would be more interested. And and Renee, it's a fabulous school. It's a beautiful campus, and it is fabulous.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate all those kind words. I really appreciate it, especially about the campus too. It's true. I was just up there. I work remotely for the most part, but I was just up there yesterday, and it's kind of prime foliage. So
Right. Yeah.
best time to take advantage of the campus.
Well, Andrew, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Renee and Paula, thank you for coming. This was my first Coffee and Connect, so it was a small but mighty crowd, and I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll talk to everyone soon.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you so much, Dana.
Happy holidays to you.